All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media, fastest 15 minutes anywhere. And my name is Judson Powell. All right. So, been all on a lot of this stuff that's going on, and it's always going on. It's just that they choose different people every time, so you got to keep going. But what I want to talk about today is the I guess it's the buying of celebrities and stuff like that. So I got a meme, and it says that celebrities, uh, entertainers are not leaders. And there's a reason, and then of course, you're always going to get somebody that's going to say, but they are, they my boy, and da 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 da. I remember Dave Chappelle had a joke. He was like, yeah, because he was talking about when 9/11 was going off, he was like, yeah, and when they want the black perspective or black opinion, they go get a rapper or an athlete or somebody like that. And that's problematic. And the reason why it's problematic is because we got people that are scholars that know stuff that should be talking, because they don't do that. Look, they do not do that to white folks. I mean, let's be honest. They don't do that to white folks. When it's other, they go and get the expert of experts, usually from some university. Or something like that. So they're going to get somebody that has like a ton of experience in the area that they're talking about. When they come to us, they don't do that. They go get somebody that has no clue, even to the point of, and I got to bring this up, like Steve Harvey and stuff like that. It's like, how do you go out and get somebody to do shows and talk about something? Now, I will say, you're going to talk about something that you have no expertise in. If you've been just like me, okay, and I've told my sons, this a lot, and I just always tell them, don't ask me information or don't ask me for wise counsel when it comes to marriage, because I failed at it a couple of times. So I'm a work in progress, so I don't know what's going on. But then got a friend, and they've been married for 40, 50 years. Okay, now you can ask them because they got a blueprint or they know something, put it this way, because they've been successful at it. And that's the problem. They don't talk to people in our community that are successful at what it is we're trying to get at. Just like, for example, like right now, all of these crises in basically rural, high density black areas, right? Just like it's ridiculous that Jackson, Mississippi has a tainted water supply. It's criminal that Flint, Michigan has a tainted water supply. These things are criminal. And there are people that have gotten paid to manage these things. And they have not done their job, but I guarantee you they collected all the money. And that's a problem. And that's what goes on in our communities. That doesn't go on in other communities. It just doesn't. Because of the fact that they don't give us credibility for anything. Just like I was telling y'all, when I was telling y'all I don't know, I posted it on my time. I don't know if I said this on a camera thing, but on any of my videos, but I do know, it's just like, okay, they go after people that have either the least amount of sense or no sense, or they put them in places or with people that don't really speak for the black community. That's the other thing. But the people that don't speak for the black community, they're on platforms all the time. All the time. And then there's certain people that flip flop back and forth, and then you have this whole clique of people that are like trolls. And so all they're doing is, even for that matter, even some of the people that y'all think are the most militant are really not that militant. And as a matter of fact, if you really break down their views and things like that, you'll see that they are cooperating the majority, and that's even a bad word to use, but the white Caucasian viewpoint. Okay, so I'll just say it like that. But that's the truth. They're not looking out for people that have some type of intelligence or that have some type of expertise in the situation, and it's ridiculous. It's like we got scholars, we got people that know what they're doing. Interview them, talk to them, and the main thing is, which has really been killing me, is every time they have hearings on reparations, they never bring anybody, that has a firm economic or ability to basically vet what's going on with that whole situation. They don't. And then anybody that is familiar with it, they're bringing people on, of course, that they can discredit. That's all they're doing. So they bring somebody on that they can discredit, or somebody on that doesn't have the fight in them. And shockingly, like Bob Johnson, the former owner of BET, he's a staunch reparations guy. But they've had a couple of things where he talked, but for the most part, they don't talk to him. And he's like a money finance type guy. That's the kind of that's what he does, investing and all of that, since he sold BET. So he's like an investor, etc. But nobody listens to him. But he has theories about what the amount of reparations should be, why, and he has it basically written down about, or he's given it thought as to what he thinks a fair reparations program would look like in the United States of America. But does anybody talk to him? No. And like I said, I'm not even a fan of his, since he sold BET. I've never really been a fan of his, but at least he's somebody that has written it down, right? He's somebody that's written it down. Now, the other thing that I think that we need to talk about is the fact that all of these celebrities, they're paid off. All of the celebrities, they're paid off, so they're not going to say anything, because unfortunately, Charles Barkley may have been right when he said, you can't talk about the man's guy and take his $40 million, and that's kind of where we are. It's like these guys don't speak up because they are, and the way I used to say it is, they're happy in their position in white supremacy. They're happy about where they are in white supremacy because they're getting treated better than the rest of the slaves. See, they're making money, and they're allowed to own businesses and all the things that we're not allowed to do. And the thing about it is, even in the business realm, okay, so they let ex-athletes, they let entertainers, people like that, they let those people have franchises and all that kind of stuff, and they're afforded the ability to make money in the society, right? So they're given, and here's the key thing: they're given opportunity, which everybody else is not given. Everybody else that's black or brown or whatever, they're not, either they're self-made or either but put it this way, they're not like Donald Trump. Their father didn't loan them a small loan of $1 million so that they could, start their business or do whatever. And as we come to realize, a lot of these Caucasian owners, they didn't come by it from building it from the ground up from scratch themselves. They had help. their families from also from the proceeds of slavery, their families have wealth. So, daddy can float that small loan of $1 million, and then they have the opportunity to make businesses go. But with black folks and brown folks, there's no opportunity. There's no opportunity there, because just like we always talk about how, like, they'll loan you $250,000 to go get a professional degree, but they won't loan you money to start a business after you get out of school. They just don't give black folks loans like that. Is the redlining and all that, and once again, if they do give them a loan, it'll be marginalized, and the interest rate is through research, and I'm not just saying this stuff, this is research, that the interest rate will probably be higher, or it'll be in an area that is basically undesirable. So they're going to put you in an undesirable area, and then they're not going to give you enough money to operate your business while you're trying to get off the ground. And it's not, and this is the thing, it's not about the ideas. See, because that's what it is. It's like if you have a dream, and you have this dream, but you can't, you don't have any resources to put the dream together, you got to work your behind off in order to make that thing work. Because a lot of times, even when you have money, you still got to work you got to work your behind off, even if you have the money that you need. So that's why the athletes and entertainers and all of that, they're afforded these opportunities because of the fact that they're, once again, my thing with the Pied Piper, they're the Pied Pipers. So they lead everybody else in the race. They lead everybody else in the race, what? To the slaughter. Because it's like, okay, we're going to lead y'all back to the colonizer, to what they want y'all to do. And because there's no money available for them to really start businesses, they end up what? In things that are illegal. School to prison pipeline stuff. And that's how it's been going in the United States of America, 500 years, almost 600, you might as well say 600 years. And so that's why we deserve reparations, and we deserve, preferential treatment and all of that. And the fact of the matter is, we built, and I'm talking about literally built the country, all of the buildings and all that kind of stuff. We built all of that. Our ancestors built everything and invented pretty much everything, even though we were never given credit for building or given credit for the inventions, but we did. And we fought in every war. We've been in the military. We've fought in every single war. Even going back to the Revolutionary War. I remember they used to teach you about Crispus Attucks. I don't know if they, I haven't heard that name in years. But, it's a black man that was one of the first people killed during the Revolutionary War, when supposedly, allegedly, they were trying to free themselves from England. But we all know that was a lie too. That was basically because they're still all related. I don't know if y'all seen that. The thing is, like, all of the presidents were somehow blood related. And they were related to people, blood related to people that were what? That were in England. So what say you to that? Anyway, fastest 15 minutes is over. Remember, whoever is working for them, they're going to side with them. They're not going to side with us. So if they're a big athlete, big entertainer, whatever, whoever's paying that contract, That's who their allegiance is to. Anyway, fast 15 minutes is up. My name is Judson Powell. Like button, subscribe button. See you later. Love you.